Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you're new here, hello, my name is Choua, and today I am Okay, noted, sorry. Today I am going to be talking about makeup I am least likely to purchase, meaning least likely to go on my way and look for, use my money and all of that. And that is not saying like I'm not going to use it if it's like gifted to me or if it like lands in my boxy charm. It's like one of the choices that I don't get to choose and all of that. Like whatever, I'll use it, I'll find purpose. If not, I'll declutter it to someone who likes that kind of stuff. But these are the products that I will not go out of my way to look for, purchase, and wear. So the first one that I am not interested in purchasing or kind of really trying right now is full coverage foundations. These are products that a lot of beauty content creators like really kind of market or advertise or promote because it's so full coverage and it blends into the skin, or like it just really eliminates all the imperfections on the skin. I find that full coverage foundations just isn't the thing for me. I don't know why. I think it's just because it looks really heavy on my face, and yes, people are gonna know that you're wearing makeup regardless if you're wearing like light, medium, or full coverage. But I don't mind my freckles, my imperfections kind of peeking through. Also, I feel like full coverage foundation is just a little bit too much. I also think it's because beauty content creators, the way that they use full coverage foundation just kind of just turns me off. I don't know why. Like, who is it? Like, I think it was Meredith, how she uses like pumps and pumps of foundation, like full coverage foundation. That kind of just, it's just an ick for me. Like, I don't necessarily, I just think that's too much and it's just too excessive and all of that. And I have tried a full coverage foundation in the past. This was like in the past, like 10 plus years ago past. And although it looked beautifully when I first applied it, throughout the day, it just made me look kind of older than the actual age that I am. So that's the reason why I don't really purchase or don't actually go out of my way to purchase full coverage foundations. Does that mean I'm never ever going to purchase a full coverage foundation? No, I'm just super picky, and at this point in my life, I'm not interested. If it lands in my makeup subscription box, if it's gifted to me, I'll try it out. But with my own money, I'm not gonna go out of my way to really purchase it. The next one are full coverage concealers. So this is like the e.l.f. Camo concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape concealers. These heavy full coverage concealers are just not my thing. I have tried the e.l.f. Camo concealer in the past, and I was trying to trust the content creators that I follow because they say it's great under the eyes, it's great to brighten the face and all that. But for me, it was just crepey, it was just cakey, it looked so heavy. It's just not my vibe, and that's perfectly okay. So full coverage concealers, not really my thing. However, y'all probably already know, but I've been on a foundation and concealer kick this year when it comes to purchasing makeup. And there are some concealers that are a little bit more full coverage than others, but not really marketed as a full coverage concealer. And they have been pretty good for spot concealing. So if I ever get a full coverage concealer in my boxy charm as a gift, if it's ever on sale, I may. It's probably gonna be one of those decisions that I sit on for quite a while. I may purchase them for specifically spot concealing, especially if my breakouts are really bad, I have a lot of imperfections to cover up for like a photo shoot, a video, anything like that. I'll probably purchase it, but as of right now, I'm okay with the formulation of the concealers that I have right now. I feel like my cheek collection like my cheek products collection is relatively big. It might seem like I'm not too picky with my cheek products, but I feel like I am, especially with my blushes. I don't like shimmer blushes with glitter in them. I know some people like it, it's their thing, but for me, it's not. I like a matte blush for the most part. And if it's going to be kind of like a shimmery, glowy blush, it has to just add some glow to the cheeks. I don't want glitter chunks on my cheeks. I just feel like it's just not my vibe, you know what I'm saying? So like the Kosas blushes that I purchased and all of that, like I thought it was gonna be too shimmery, too glittery, but on the face like I have today, it actually just adds a really nice glow, a nice sheen to the cheeks, makes me look very quenched. So I don't mind those kinds of glowy blushes. I just do not like glitter chunks in my blushes. I just, nah, like no thank you ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Another thing that I don't really purchase and I'm like the least likely to purchase now are face palettes that are universal. You know, it's supposed to be meant for everybody. And the reason why I say that specifically is because I have had face palettes in the past that are marketed towards everybody, and there's literally like multiple shades in a face palette, or like at least one shade in a face palette that I just do not touch because one, it's either too light, or two, it's too dark. And so I feel like I'm not really fully using the face palette to its full potential, you know? So if I'm gonna buy a face palette, it is one of those products that I am going to really sit down and think about and contemplate and look at my collection and all of that before I purchase it. And plus, face palettes, they're not really my go-to right now. So if I'm going to spend money on a face palette, it's gotta be a palette with shades in it that I can reach for every single shade, whether it's seasonal or throughout the year. You know what I mean? So as of right now, there's a lot of face palettes out there, especially during this like holiday season, holiday gifting and like shopping season and all of that, but they're all beautiful, but I don't necessarily need them or want them right now just because I already have a lot to work through. And who knows, maybe in the future I'll probably get another face palette or two, but as of right now, face palettes, especially those that are marketed for everybody, it's a no for me, man. It's a no for me. So the lip product that I am least likely to purchase with my own money are lip glosses. I have found that I prefer a lip oil versus a lip gloss. I think it's the longevity, just the texture on the lips, and the way it looks on my lips. I find lip oils a little bit more appealing on my lips, and it's just more of my vibe versus lip glosses, especially lip glosses that have glitter in them or like shimmers in them. Those are my least favorite kinds of lip glosses. So whatever lip glosses I have left in my collection, I'm gonna use it all up. If I get them in my makeup subscription, I'll use it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and use my own money to purchase lip glosses. Just because I don't prefer them. Another lip product that I'm not gonna spend my money on, and I know I have done this in the past already, and this is kind of like a learning moment, kind of, but like matte liquid lips. I remember when it used to be such a big hype back then, and people were purchasing like the ABH ones, the ColourPop ones, you know, the KVD ones and all of that. I was guilty of that too. I did purchase quite a lot of them from ColourPop. I didn't purchase them from ABH, but I did purchase one from KVD and all of that, and they were nice, but my lips are crusty, dusty. Like, it was at a time where I didn't really know what kind of skin type I had, so I just kind of went with the flow. And although I do love matte lips, like don't get me wrong, I love matte lips. I think matte lips are flattering on me, but those formulas I'm not going to invest my money in anymore because even if they do come back, you know, as a trend, and they do come back in like the next year or so, I don't think I'm going to purchase it because they dry out my lips so much. And I feel like I finally found a lip routine and lip products that work for my makeup looks and for my lip care. And so as long as it's a mattifying formula but also hydrating, give it to me. Yes, please, give it to me, ma'am. But when it comes to the dry down, transfer proof ones, I would much rather just put on a lip tint and then afterwards put on a gloss and all that, because throughout the day I will still have the color on my lips without the dryness. You know what I mean? So that's that. And like, because I still love matte lips, I like the formulas from About Face. They're, what is that, matte blurred lip plumps. Those amazing, you know. The ColourPop lippy sticks in the matte formula, those are pretty nice too, as long as I prep my lips ahead of time and I hydrate my lips. Having them on the lips aren't too drying. I do, however, like need to reapply it throughout the day or check my lips to make sure I don't got that butthole crust. But that's better than the dry down transfer proof liquid lipsticks. So for the brows, I do not like tinted brow gels. I know it's a really big thing right now and a lot of people really like it, but for me, I prefer a clear brow gel because I want my pigment to come through with my brow powders or my pomade or my brow pencils. I don't necessarily need a tinted brow gel because number one, I'm messy when I do my brows sometimes and I just don't want to clean it up. That's basically it. And also I feel like I can't really shape my brows and like fill in my brows the way I want to with a tinted brow gel because that makes my brows too dark on top of the powders and like pencils or pomade that I use. So I prefer a brow gel to just really brush through my hairs and really help it stick and stay. That's just my preference. If y'all like tinted brow gels, y'all do you, I do me. So one eye product that I do not like and I will not spend my money on are loose or pressed eye glitters. You know, the ones that are like chunky glitters. I don't like them. Like, swatching them, beautiful. In the packaging, beautiful. But on the eyes, I just don't think they're good for my eyes. I don't want to risk the chances of cutting my eyes with those glitters, even if they are marketed as eye safe. So whenever I see them in a palette, I'm not really gonna go for them. I might use them like on the face or on the body if I ever go to like a festival or a concert or like for like a Halloween costume or something like that. But on the eyes, no, I'd rather stick to my loose pigments. I feel like those are safer because of the way they are manufactured. I don't know, I've never had a problems with my loose pigments, but when it comes to glitter, I don't want to chance it. I don't know, let me know if I'm crazy or if y'all agree with that, because just hearing stories and just seeing stuff online of how people can accidentally cut their eye because of the glitters that they use on their eyes, it kind of scares me, you know, like it scares me from like not wanting to use that stuff, and I'm okay not using that stuff. So y'all know I like my setting sprays. Like I use up my setting sprays a lot. Actually, like I go through bottles and bottles of setting sprays because I feel like setting spray is what kind of brings the look together. It's what melts the products together and looks good on the face. But one thing that I don't really like and will not purchase are shimmer setting sprays. You know, the ones with like shimmers or like glitters in them. Yeah, not for me. Now, if it's a glowy or like a dewy setting spray, I'll probably try them out. But when it comes to a shimmer setting spray, no thank you. Like, you know the one from Iconic? That one looks beautiful, but I don't like that one. I did get it in my BoxyCharm once, and I did spray all over the face and body before, and it just left a little bit too much shimmer, too much glitter for my preference. So shimmer setting sprays, no thank you ma'am. But when it comes to longevity, matte, dewy, glowy, give it to me. Like, I love that stuff. And I know I have a lot of these in my collection, but one thing that I will not purchase are false lashes, especially ones that are super dramatic looking. Those, I just feel like they don't look good on my eye shape. I feel like I have like spider legs or like caterpillars on my eyes, and I just don't like it. I just feel like it's not for me. If it's for y'all, you do you boo, but for me, I don't like it. So if I do purchase false lashes, I like the more natural, subtle looking ones that look like my lashes but longer and better. Some other false lashes that I don't think I will purchase are the individual lashes. Now, I have never used them before, so I don't know if I'll like them, but they just look like they're really hard to put on, so I'm not going to purchase them. If I get them in my box again, I will use them. If I get gifted, I will try them on, but I will not go out of my way to purchase them. I think it's just because I don't really wear falsies all too much, and when I do, I prefer more natural ones. Even if I go with like a super dramatic eye, like a cat eye, you know, colors all over the face kind of thing, I still probably will do just natural false lashes instead of dramatic ones that like you can see like glitter on them or like little like hearts or stars on them. Like, no thank you ma'am, they're gonna look like fans on my eyes, and I'm gonna be fanning people when I'm talking to them, and I that's just not my thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's one of the things that I will not purchase. And lastly, one product that I have not tried, but I know I will not purchase, are freckle pens. And that is because I think faux freckles are just one thing that is not really for me. I mean, when I am barefaced, I do have a little bit of freckles and like beauty marks on my face already, and you can kind of see them even with my makeup on today. And so I feel like I don't really need a freckle pen to really draw on full freckles. And if I do want to, I can just use shadow or like my liquid liners or something like that. I don't necessarily think they are a necessity to me, or a good use of my money. And so if it's your thing, if y'all like faux freckles, go ahead girl, you do you. But for me, I think the natural ones that peek through is enough for me. And for some people that I have seen online that do put faux freckles on, they do look very beautiful and it does elevate their makeup look. But I feel like for me, it just looks like I have not washed my face. I have tried faux freckles with like a brown shadow or like a eyeliner and all that, and it literally just looks like I have a bunch of moles on me, or like I have a dirty nose. So it's just not for me. All right, that is it for today's video. If you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below on what you would like to see next, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.